Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. I wanted to share with you guys a few of the products that I've been loving for the month of February. I also have a couple items that I didn't love so much, but that'd be nice to share with you guys the things I've been loving. I know I haul a lot of stuff and you don't always see the things that I'm using a lot of. These are things that I've been using over and over again and I've just been absolutely in love with. So if you wanted to see what it is that I've been loving for the month of February, then just keep on watching. Jumping right into it, this palette, it has not even left my desk. And I'm constantly pulling things off and putting things on to try new things or just to circulate so I'm not using the same thing. But this one I've been using almost every single time I've done my makeup. I did use it today in conjunction with another palette that I'm going to share with you, but this one is from Kaleidos. This is a collab with Angelica and Nyqvist. And this is Club Nebula. I do have a demo and review of this palette already up on my channel if you wanted to check it out. I have been so in love with this palette. I'm going to cover up the mirror so you can see it, but it is stunning. It has all of my favorite types of shades. There are some dual chromes as well as some multi-chromes in here. It's a pretty colorful palette. I still feel like this is pretty wearable, at least in my opinion. But my favorite shade probably has to be Firefly. This green dual multi-chrome shade up here. Oh my gosh. The shift in this color is just so unique and special. I love this. It has this like pinky purpley shift to the green and it's super sparkly. I use this all the time. I had to tell you guys about this palette. I did purchase this at the initial launch in January. From my understanding, it's going to restock again. I want to say either April or May. If you haven't already, make sure you grab this when they do the restock. These colors are so up my alley. You have your blues, the greens, and then there's this warmer row down here. I will be honest, I really haven't used much of this middle row. I'm not even sure why. I just have been super in love with the top row mainly. I did use this, and then the next palette I'm going to show you next. Firefly is beautiful. There's this gorgeous shade here, Astro. It's so gorgeous. It's like a blue, purple, and then Nova. Oh my goodness. That's Nova. And that's Astro. I feel like this is my favorite palette thus far, especially this year. Angelica did an amazing job with curating this palette. I know that a lot of people, this is in their favorites, and for good reason. It's such a good combination of shades and you could do so many different things. So this next palette I've been loving using with the Club Nebula palette. It has these amazing blues and greens. Now this came from Shop Hush. This is from Face Candy. Shop Hush is no more, but I do have this guy, and this is the Atlantis palette. Now this is actually, I don't want to say, is it kind of a dupe? I don't know. Art had made an April Fool's joke on their Instagram, and well, it was blues and greens. It was pretty much this palette, and of course we were all like, yes, we want that, and it turns out it wasn't even a real palette. So Shop Hush made this guy. I mean, it was pretty much this. It was in the same format as their like In Bloom and the Tartlet palettes. Mine's is pretty dirty, y'all, because I've been using this so much. The shades are so pretty, and some of these are very unique to my collection. I've been using the lighter blues the most. That's what I have in the inner part of my crease, and then I have 7 of 9 on my outer portion of my crease from the Club Nebula palette. I've used like a lot of this. If you do have this would pair so well with Club Nebula, or if you have the actual Tarte palette. Now they did go ahead and release that, but it wasn't in the same format as the one that they had made for April Fool's Days. I didn't purchase it. If they had released the exact palette with exact packaging, I would have had that. Next, guys, quite a palettes for me. Typically, as much as I love palettes, I'm constantly trying new ones, so it's hard for me to have like a favorite, but those have been the ones that I've just been using over and over. The next one is from Anastasia. This is the Moonchild highlighting palette. I use it for my face a lot, but I've been using this a ton for my eyes. I've been using this as a pop of color almost every time I do my makeup. Even if I'm just doing a very neutral or natural look, I love pairing these in my inner tear duct. Shades I use the most are probably Lucky Clover, Purple Horseshoe and Blue Moon. I use those a ton and I've been getting a lot of use out of it, and I just really like how it brings that kind of light to the inner corner. But honestly, I use Lucky Clover a lot for my face. I don't mind a green highlight like at all. It adds something fun. If you haven't been using yours much, definitely try it on your eyes. I know they say that a lot, and it's like I have a lot of eyeshadow palettes, but there's something really special about this one that I really love for my inner tear duct. Moving on to the next thing. This is a lip item, and y'all, it's only $1. I did a haul a few videos ago now from Shop Miss A, and this was included. This is from their AOA studio, and this is their JelliJam lip mask. I have it in strawberry. Y'all, I was not expecting to like this as much as I do. It smells like cherry chapstick. You're getting a decent amount considering it's $1. I wear this pretty much at night, so that's why I still have quite a bit of it left. But I definitely will be repurchasing this. It just has a very nice consistency, and it stays on the lips and it hydrates them. I have to say, for $1, you cannot go wrong. I've tried more expensive lip masks that I liked probably as about as much, or maybe even a little bit less than this one. Considering it's $1, you can buy as many of these as you wanted. Like, I don't know how many scents or flavors that they have, but this does come with 5 milliliters or 0.17 ounces, and it is cruelty free. So the next item, if you know me, you know how much I am into brows. This next item, y'all, sometimes I forget if I've talked to you guys about certain things. Some of the videos don't make it onto YouTube, so I can never remember like if I've already been talking about this. But this is from Urban Decay, and it's their brow blade. This is it's a duo ended. It has a pencil and an ink stain like pen, and I love them both pretty much equally. This has a pretty fine tip, but I love how easy this is to work with. I'm able to draw in hairs and not have to be so careful. It's the right shade, the right consistency. I really wish that they sold just the ink or the pen by itself, because I would just purchase all of those. I do love the pencil as well. Like, it's a little thicker, I feel like, than some of my others. Still very, very nice. I just really been loving this. I feel like it's so easy to work with. I feel like if you had thin, especially if you have sparser brows like I do, I feel like this is a really good one. Now, this is the only one that I've tried. Well, this was the only one that I've tried so far. So I have another one that I'm going to mention, but I definitely want to try out some more affordable options to see if I can find something comparable to this one, because she's on the pricier side, but I would totally spend the money again, because I love how it adds texture to my brows. It makes them look fuller and a little bit more natural, more hair-like, and yeah, this will probably be a forever staple for me. This next product I had hauled in my last haul. This is the Anastasia Brow Freeze. I am obsessed. I cannot do my brows without this. This is a favorite. I accidentally left the cap off for like an hour, so it's a little bit like still clear, but it's got like it looks like it's drying out a little bit, but it still works really well. I have used, like, because it's clear, can you even see like how much I've used of it? I cannot do my brows without it, I don't think. It works really well. It keeps my brows up. It gives them a fluffier texture. And even though I don't have a lot of hair, it gives it like a little lift. I would say don't use too much, because the first time I tried it, I wasn't in love with it. I had used too much. And so I found that going in kind of like 2 thinner layers works really well with this product. It keeps them in place, and then it gives my product something to hold on to. I love this. I picked up mine from Sephora, and I want to say it's around $23. If you have not tried this already and you like that kind of boy brow or a more natural or bushier hair look, definitely try this. That's what I'm having my brows today. I love it. One product I'm not in love with. It's not a bad product. It just isn't my favorite thing, and I did haul this one as well. But this is the Anastasia Brow Pen. I have mine in Granite. My issue with this one is the pen on it. It has a thicker pen or felt tip. I feel like it deposits a little too much color. I have to be so careful with this one, whereas with the Urban Decay one, I'm careful, but not nearly as careful with this one. I feel like I can't use this if I'm remotely going to be late anywhere, if I have to be somewhere on time, because I have to take my time with this one. I can't apply hardly any pressure. I also feel like maybe this shade is a little too dark for me, whereas the Urban Decay one is like the perfect shade. This one's a little too dark, so I feel like this would work really well for someone who has a much fuller brow and just wants to fill in like a sparse spot, or has like darker hair than I do. This would probably work really well for that. I need very thin lines, so this isn't my favorite thing. I don't want to say it's a bad product because I think this could work really well for somebody if you have the right brows, but it just didn't work out for me. Now I did use this a little bit in conjunction with the Urban Decay one, and I feel like I'm getting better with more practice. It definitely has like a little bit of a learning curve. Not a bad product, just not my favorite. The last product is a fail. This is a flop, y'all. Oh my gosh, I purchased this a while ago and I finally started using it, and I had used it here and there, but I wasn't really consistent with it, so I don't think I really noticed that I don't like this. But this is the Cover FX Gripping Primer Plus Firming. I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like it. And I love gripping primers. I love the e.l.f. one. That's like my favorite one. I love the Milk one. And so I wanted to try a few more. It just broke up my makeup like bad. It broke it up so bad. I would get broken up all around my mouth and chin and cheek area. And for some reason it didn't really break it up too badly on my forehead, but the lower portion of my face, it broke it out horribly. Not broke it out, but it broke up the product. And I have other primers that aren't even gripping primers that work so much better. I have a Wet n Wild primer that's $5 and that one kills. I don't understand what happened with this one. I don't know if I'm using too much, too little. If you have this primer, let me know. Do you like this? If you've tried this, tell me your experience, because I had hoped that it was going to keep my makeup on and it did not. I had hoped that it would make my makeup last. It made me really oily around my eye area, which is weird because I have drier under eyes, so I don't know why I was getting so oily here, and it would just break apart really bad on the rest of my face. So love Cover FX, but this was not it. If you made it to the end, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you liked this video. Subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.